Yeah, everyone, and welcome to a community update vlog, which we haven't done in a little while, actually. It has been pretty busy over here in Taipei, which we're still in. So in case you guys aren't aware, Chips and I are currently spending our summer in Taiwan while he does some really awesome studying for his Chinese at the local university. And that means we're on the other side of the world than where our home in Michigan is, and it's been an adventure. If you've been following over on the vlog channel, then you've seen all of our ups and downs, dealing with rainy season and jet lag and figuring out where to get delicious vegan food here. And all of the birds, there have been a lot of birds. That makes me really happy because there have been a lot of really cool Taiwanese birds, which you guys have actually seen in our wild discovery vlogs that we've been doing. And you've also seen our roof cats. It is actually very late here. It's really weird to think that it's like 8 a.m. back home, but here it's 8 p.m. and so you guys are just waking up and enjoying a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and I'm getting ready to go to bed on Sunday night, and it's the same moment, which is so fascinating to me. That's not really something I ever thought so much about until we came here. But anyway, community update vlog. I know a lot of you guys are wondering where the heck things are. Where is zoo crafting? Where's Star Stable? Where is warrior cats? Are things that I have been seeing a ton of lately. So I wanted to catch you guys all up in this updated community update vlog and let you know how things have progressed from the last one when we were dealing with rainy season and the rain was so intense on our roof. I wasn't able to record. It was so loud I couldn't record. I can't believe that it was like that now, because now it's so hot. Thankfully, we have a fantastic aircon in both of our little parts of our apartment. So if you guys hear something in the background, that's the aircon, and it's going to be left on and running because it gets really toasty. Tomorrow is actually going to be a real feel of about 117 Fahrenheit in the worst part of the day. So you can definitely imagine that I will be staying within our apartment during that time, because oh my gosh, that's not even as bad, especially with the humidity here, as when I lived in Texas and it would get to like 113. But anyway, that's more rambling. Putting that aside, how are things going with settling in and being able to create the wonderful adventures, especially the summer in space and summer of the wolves that we planned for this summer? And it's actually been a lot more bumpy than I thought. I was not anticipating the internet being a little bit slower, or my wonderful lily pad, who on paper has all the specs and more than Peapod, the computer I use to record back home, has, but in practice kind of takes a little bit longer with processing through the videos, about almost 3 times longer than what it takes for me to do at home. So I'm glad to know that now, but it is slowing me down, and I just wanted to let you guys know that up front. That's kind of why some things aren't appearing. I also still need to continue reinstalling programs like Star Stable on my new laptop, and it's been a little bit weird there. So anyway, where are your favorites? Where's Warrior Cats? Well, that's the biggest one. And guys, the Warrior Cat Sims 3 episodes truly take me all day. They take me about 7 hours for one like 30-minute episode to make, and that's really intensive. It requires a lot of investment. It requires a lot of script writing and recording, and there's not really anything to make that process a lot faster or to expedite it to make it any quicker. And also, I need to be in a really great place physically in my health and mentally for my creativity to write those episodes. You cannot pre-write for Warrior Cats episodes because whatever the game does, each episode changes what happens, and I just haven't been able to take the time to write all of the Warrior Cat stuff because we've had the Summer in Space and Summer of the Wolves events, and I haven't even been getting like the base series caught up yet. So it's been a little chaotic. So I will still try to do some of the bonus episodes of Warrior Cats, making the cats that you guys submit, because that is so fun and so popular and you guys really love it, and I really love at least being able to do that much for you guys. But please have a little bit of patience when it comes to Warrior Cats, because out of all of the series, it is the trickiest for me to create. It takes me the longest, and it has the lowest return on investment for me in terms of the time it takes and then the number of views that it gets, which is not what it's all about. But when things are really busy and I have to kind of prioritize, that's why sometimes it can kind of struggle to get caught up. But then really amazing things like the awesome videos that you guys make, the fan videos, which Tomomi actually just made another one, which was fantastic. I retweeted it on my Twitter if you guys want to go see it. But when you guys show me those things, or like send in fan art to the fan mail account or on Twitter, and people talk about the warrior cats, it gets me really excited to start making them again. So I really have been thinking a lot more about it. I had some twist in mind for what Bartram might start doing in our Sims 3 Warrior Cats episodes. So it's starting to churn back here, but it's a slow process because it is such a huge time and labor of love investment, and because it's just been very interesting the last little while. So if you guys are wondering exactly where like series are, or if there's some days where not a lot of episodes go up, do please check my Twitter. My mom has been having some health issues again. Thank you guys so much for your kindness over on Twitter about that, and especially over on the vlog channel where I've talked about it a little bit more. Just a quick reminder, my mom does have a chronic illness, and that means that there's not any getting better. There's just dealing with things as they come, and sometimes they're a little bit more intense, but this isn't going to be something where things get better. So I really appreciate you guys being so kind and so understanding over the last few months, as family health matters have been really wibbly, and sometimes when that happens, like I'm shaking a little bit just talking about it, it makes you just have to drop everything for that day. And it's really hard to get the comments of like, where is this, how dare you not make that, from mostly our younger viewers who are just like uncertain about where their favorite thing is, which is awesome because I want to create like for everybody. I love making your guys' adventures and love knowing what your favorites are, but do please check my Twitter if you're feeling frustrated or wondering why episodes are kind of missing. I try to just kind of I don't want to like, you know, go on too much about those kinds of really personal things, so I'll usually post just like 1 or 2 tweets saying, hey, heads up, the next few days might be a little bit odd because of what's going on. But then I also like to try to return to our cheerful educational stuff, so if you can just like peek in my Twitter when things are missing, you'll probably find out why, and you can see when I get my momentum back and I'm not so like needing to pay attention to what's going on with my family. But yeah, just please keep that in mind, because I've seen that a lot lately, and it is something where it's always going to be part of my life. And sometimes if things just disappear off the face of the planet because I wasn't able to like work ahead in time, it may be related to that. So I would really appreciate if you could just take a peek at my Twitter and just be aware that that's kind of in the background. Not something I really want to talk about too much, but it's in the background, and sometimes that's way outside of my control and I need to take care of that. So that little ramble aside, because that's actually the thing more so than the rain, the heat, or the slow internet that has kind of thrown me off my creative abilities the last couple weeks. That's just pretty much the biggest reason why that we've been missing a lot of things, actually. So yeah, that's kind of why. But the other thing is that we are adjusting to life here in Taiwan. I just heard a roof cat jump onto the roof, actually. We're having a lot of fun. The vlog channel is a great place to go and to see a lot more about that and the adventures that we're attempting, the delicious food we're eating. But I am getting my feet slowly back under myself. We have started to pack into some of our big events, like the summer and space events I wanted to do. I'm definitely learning a lot in running seasonal events, and I am definitely planning on doing it again and again and again, because this is so much fun to gather up a themed collection of series to try out and to have them kind of like a special event little theme running for the season is just so much fun. But I'm definitely learning when to start preparing for that versus, oh, it's here and let's like dive into 6 new series just off the bat. It takes a lot more preparation than I anticipated to get these things done, but this is a learning experience and I'm very much enjoying it. I'm loving Subnautica. I am not reading many of your guys' comments on Subnautica. I asked please no spoilers and everything is like spoilers, so if you're a little frustrated on Subnautica, that's why. I'm really trying to steer away from the comments just for a few more episodes so that I can kind of feel things out and just play the game game and enjoy it from my own kind of free point of view. But as I start to get stuck on things, or as the tweets start to get a little bit more like, Seri, really you need to pay attention to this, then I'll start going through your guys' comments again. I just want to make sure that none of the big spoilers get spoiled too early on for me. And we have, let's see, zoo crafting. A lot of you guys are wondering where zoo crafting is. I am going to be trying to record that. I'm kind of trying to put priority into our Summer of the Wolves, which we haven't missed our every other day schedule of yet. I'm very excited now that the voting is starting to wrap up for getting started to see where Dawn and Onyx will go with their summer litter. And we are also moving into getting really well established with summer in space. I've been seeing a lot of requests for the 101 Dalmatians challenge lately. That is going to be something that will have a little side story reappear for Summer in Space. And then we will be having the actual 101 Dalmatians series come back for our harvest season, a special event, which will start in autumn. So I'm pretty excited about that too. So, kind of a bit of a messier update. Mostly I just wanted to catch you guys up on where certain videos have been. Please know that that's going on kind of in the background of my life all the time. This is not something that gets better. This is something that stays consistent. So just if you could be aware of that and just check my Twitter. I try not to go on and on too much about it because I want this to be a very enriching, happy, refreshing, nurturing, educational green space. That's a lot of obligations and adjectives to try to create, but I'm gonna do my best. And I'll just post now and then on Twitter if maybe I need a day or two down. But it is something that's gonna be consistent for the rest of my mom's life. So I don't know when it'll happen. I can't control it, and all I can do is try to record ahead and be prepared and work through it even when I'm really worried or concerned, and I do my best for that. But I appreciate your guys' patience, as that means sometimes the really creatively demanding things like zoo crafting and warrior cats might kind of take a bit of a break. Hopefully not much of a longer break though. I really miss those kinds of heart things. Speaking of heart series, I really miss Trio of Towns, and I brought my DS with me, so hopefully that'll reappear too. But I'm gonna try not to overload myself too much just over the next few days, and just focus on mostly getting Summer in Space finally launched. No Man's Sky, Starbound, Birthday's the beginning, and a few other surprises are kind of tucked away, and slowly I'm being able to catch up with them. But I really appreciate your guys' kindness and support on the things that we have been able to get out, and your happiness and excitement, and just seeing you guys really start to enjoy your summer has meant so much to me. And I think that's about everything. This is just kind of a really quick explanation of like why things have kind of been a little bit bumpy. It's not just rainy season. And also just to let you guys know, I miss you. I really thought when we got here I'd be able to do a lot more streaming, even though it is your guys' 8 a.m. and my 8 p.m. But the internet's not good enough for that, especially on the weekends when more people are home. So instead, I want to start trying to do some really fun little community vlogs every week. So I'm going to open up the floor to Q&As, and you guys can ask me about life here in Taiwan. You can ask me about my life. You can ask me about some of the amazing adventures we have on the channel. But I would love to answer some of your guys' questions in a fun community Q&A next week too. So if you would like, please leave your questions, and I will go through and use a random generator or just see the ones that have the most upvotes and provide some answers as a really laid-back Q&A that we can keep going all summer. We can talk about some behind the scenes of how things are created. We can talk about my favorite Pokemon. We can talk about my favorite things about being in Taipei. We can talk about my favorite color. It could be that. It could be like talking about some of our series. But I miss that community connection that we've had with our weekly community updates, and we had just started getting used to streaming, and now I can't stream until we go home. So I want to provide some sort of outlet for our community. So yeah, leave your guys' questions, and we will have special little community Q&A videos at the end of the week, so our usual community update vlogs. And just thank you so much for your kindness, your support, support, your time, your excitement, just knowing that hopefully there'll be some of our adventures that can make you guys happy that we've got in our gigantic archive. We're closing in on 5,300 videos now. That's going by so fast. I might actually one day hit my goal of 10,000 in our archive. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, leave your questions for a Q&A. There's the ramble about where videos have been. Please, please, please check my Twitter to see if anything's gone down, and if you see other people wondering where videos are, where certain series are, maybe give them a heads up that you can check there. You don't have to have a Twitter to check Twitter. You can click on the link. It's in every single video description. It's on my main channel page. It's seriously with 3 eyes on Twitter if you just want to look me up that way. You don't have to have a Twitter to be able to look at it and just see like the real-time updates of what's going on in my life. And I don't try to dwell too much on it, so you might have to read back just a little bit to see if it's something more serious. But just know if you don't see videos now and then that I might be taking a break for family reasons. But when it's a chronic thing, it gets a little tiring to have to explain the in-depth part of it again and again and again. But I know some of you guys will understand that. So I just wanted to lay that out there and let you guys know I really am trying to get my feet back under myself, getting Summer in Space launched, because I am so excited about that. And then I miss you guys. I miss being able to really sit down and just interact with you. And it's funny how just being pretty much on the opposite side of the day from you guys, a lot of you guys, that actually has shifted so many things. So hopefully we'll be able to get our feet back under ourselves, keep talking, and if nothing else, we'll be back home in Michigan and back in the Eastern time zone come the end of the summer. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.